Do you hear that? 2025 is coming. That's a problem because I haven't done the memes of the year video yet. We better hurry. The best football manager memes of the year on the best subreddit on the planet r/the Old Zealand. All counting down to the best football manager meme of the year. But starting with, how do you say that? Inkosingapile Rakotono Minjanahari. Rakotono Minjanahari. Inkosingapile Rakotono Minjanahari. Whoa! Yeah! Now say it 3 times. Now all you gotta do is say it 3 times in a row. Shout out to Madagascar for giving everybody literally the hardest names in the entire game. San Marino, whenever they play Liechtenstein. I don't know why. This video just never gets old. It is crazy how iconic everybody that you see in this video is. I feel like even for people that are younger than me, that didn't really get to watch these guys play, it's still just, there's an aura. If you want a definition of aura, it's this. And of course, I'm referring to the fact that this is a video of San Marino preparing to play against Liechtenstein. Throwback to FM22 Zlatan, one of the most confusing player profiles of all time. I remember I saw this, I coached this in Football Manager. If you could use him right, he was the best player under 10 pace that has ever existed in Football Manager. He was basically a world-class goal scorer that played like an Enganche, and you would just have to have everybody moving around him. This was like a tactic test, right? Because you couldn't just roll out the basic gegenpress and have this work. You needed to have some sort of system that accounted for Zlatan. It's a great challenge. New save idea just dropped. In goal, we have Dida. Across the defense, of course, we have Dodo, Dede, and Dede. Through the midfield, we're going with Doda, Dido, Dodi, and Didi. And then up top, we have a great thruple of Duda and Dada and Dudu. I actually managed Dudu on my Twitch save that I'm playing through right now in Brazil. Very good player. The problem is I really don't feel like I got the best out of him because I didn't have Dada or Duda or Doda or Dido or Dodi or Didi or Dodo or Dede or Dede or Dida. I was missing the rest of the band. And while these look really stupid at first, it is very fun to set parameters for a save like this and actually try and build a team. There was an old competitive tournament called the Streamer Showdown that I would play in, and Tom FM actually drafted a team of Toms where every single one of them had to have Tom in their name, except for one player who had Lincoln in their name because that's the town he's from. When the FM appointments get crazy in the future, Norwich City, we're pleased to announce that Jack Wilshere has joined the club from Arsenal as our new first team coach. Welcome, Jack. You haven't really lived until you get to watch Cristiano Ronaldo try and coach a team in the Portuguese second division. This is nothing. Is it just me or does this YouTuber look like Zealand? Look, this Zealandism guy is an imposter, okay? I have no idea who this Zealandism guy is. It's ridiculous. He keeps stealing my likeness with AI or something. Unfair to previous customers. FM24, new update. Removes real names for some clubs. It's a great way to sum up my reaction to the fact that there was an update. Football Manager announced that there would not be an FM25 until March, right? They delayed it from November. They'd already pushed it to the back end of November, and then they just kicked it down the road a couple of months. Then they came up with an update that came out kind of right after that you would assume would make the game better. But what it did was actually remove some club names from the game because they weren't able to negotiate an extension to the licenses to allow those club names to still be used on FM24. The craziest part of it is that Football Manager put out a statement saying, great news, you're not going to lose access to FM24 on November 26th, to which the natural answer is, we didn't know that was an option. They managed to renew most of their licenses, but the update basically just made the game worse. Pep on the next Save Your Saves. Hello, Z. I just stumbled upon my first mid-season slump of form. Any suggestions on how to get my team back on track? See, the funny thing about this, right? I get a lot of submissions to Save Your Saves like this, where you play like Manchester City for 5 seasons and you lose 4 games, and then all of a sudden I get it in the inbox. Sometimes you just lose. You got to sell a player or two, change your tactic a little bit, or you just got unlucky and your whole team is in bad form. In this case, Pep's deal with the devil has apparently just run out. Me, when I get a 60 PA son in FM, the person in this photo is called Daniel Batislav, a Romanian goalkeeper who weighs 130 kilograms. He caused his club, Siorogarla FC, to fall from the 2nd division to the 4th division, and the club had no chance to expel him because his mother is one of the owners and financiers of the club. Because of Daniel, 4 coaches resigned. Another died of a heart attack, and one of the players retired from the club forever. Daniel initially played on a forward line as a striker, but decided to switch to goalkeeper due to his inability to run and keep up with players. Due to the lack of skill in catching the ball, the coach is forced to play with 7 defenders and 3 midfielders without attacking. He is considered the highest paid player amongst his colleagues. Legend. I mean, what's the point of getting a son in FM if you don't do that for them? You build the kingdom and then burn it down so they have a good time. True! From Out of Context Football Manager on Twitter. The reason why Football Manager will always be better than actual football is that you can skip over the international break in 5 minutes. I disagree with this vehemently. I love international football. Now, sometimes the Nations League gets a little old. You have got me there. Assistant manager press conferences be like me, my assistant manager saying something stupid during a press conference. Why did it have to be me? And why was I using so much hair gel back then? I can only imagine I'm saying something intelligent like, we are being overrun in the midfield. He would just make England play a 2-7-2 formation. I know one man who would do better than Gareth Southgate. Here's my thing. Tuchel doesn't work out. You lose the World Cup to the United States. I don't make the rules. So you're looking for an American, a fresh face with new ideas. We don't know for sure that I wouldn't be better. There's no way to know for sure. The logic is bulletproof. World-class manager during the week, world-class mechanic at the weekend. He can do it all. I forgot the era of this subreddit where they were just spotting me everywhere. That looks like more like Magnus Carlsen than it looks a little like me. Okay, fair enough. My bad financial management now all makes sense. Games cause all this trouble. Loans. It's like Hodor from Game of Thrones. What game are you playing? Loans. Erling Haaland, since he told Arteta to stay humble. True. Truth. This is why you never talk football manager press conferences, because this can happen to you. Make Zealand see this. Text from Sadie. Had to use your laptop for work and had to close FM. I finished the match for you though. Made 3 subs and we won 3-0. Love you. Just glad there's something true and pure left in the world. Mind the registration rules. Your team in the Champions League. The guy you kept because of the registration rules. You need 4 club-grown players. It's not my fault there was a 1-star guy who happened to be born and raised at this club that I happened to bring back in on a free because we needed one guy. It's not my fault. He is an excellent 4th-string goalkeeper. It's not much, but it's honest work. You can't use the editor. It's cheating. Me using the editor to put free agents into teams because I feel bad for them. Is this the football manager equivalent of not being mad, like not being mean to the NPCs? It feels like the FM equivalent of not being mean to the NPCs. Also, Griezmann, trying to play some FM sometime. Si vous play a football manager? Have you seen a person give more of a manager overseeing training vibe ever in your life? This, of course, being an excerpt from our most recent episode of Hidden Grounds in Gibraltar. This is also how I look when I'm playing football manager exactly 51% of the time. Pretty sure it's just my demeanor. I was born for this. The last minute super attacking tactics in FM. You have no idea how many times I've designed a system that seems to always create a match where I'm either losing or drawing, and then the second system that I've come up with to switch into in the last 15 minutes of a match seemingly always wins the match for me. In that rebuilding Chelsea video, I did it a lot. And you always wonder, should you just start in that second tactic? No, that would be nonsense. No way! Oh, I remember this. Get this out of my face. I remember this. Get this 5-star in the youth intake. Get this out of my face. Out of my face. I've never gotten this. I don't want to look at it. Non-league club in England referenced Zealand and got a reply. Cue Zealand because we have more loans. Yeah, that just hits the nerve center of my brain right there. The dopamine that just washed over me. We have signed 18-year-olds Liam Moore and George Forster on loans until mid-January. Liam popped up with a debut goal yesterday and we're very excited and thankful to be trusted with both their developments. To which I responded, nice. I'm glad the loans movement's just taken over. It was always going to. Make Z's face the most upvoted for his next meme video. You were so determined to make that a thing, it got upvoted so much it made the memes of the year video. Congratulations. This didn't age well. Okay. People ask me who the dark horse is. I think the U.S. is the 3rd best team at Copa America on merit after Argentina and Brazil. Am I right? No, Zealand. You were wrong. You blew it against Panama and got knocked out in the group stage. Why did you ever have any hope at all? This is the U.S. national team we're talking about. He spent the budget on pina coladas. Oh, what's this? Are you sure you'd like to spend $8.5K to scout this player? My scout in Tuvalu a month later, and it's a picture of me riding a horse in the water. You are sleuths. I don't even know how you found this. This is buried somewhere. That being said, look at those thighs, though. I mean, damn. You know why? Hanging on for dear life. Thing is slippery as hell in the water. It's crazy. Sometimes I get lazy. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, a football manager if they delegate training sessions. The old me would have said, what the hell are you doing? The new me, with all this new knowledge about training? Go right ahead, champ. You rest here. Make Z's forehead the second most upvoted for this next meme video. They both made it to the meme of the year video. Are we kidding, guys? Really? When you're doing a Pentagon challenge and it's CONCACAF time, we taught this chimpanzee to understand MLS registration rules and he hanged himself. See, the mistake in that sentence is that you're assuming you actually managed to teach the chimpanzee MLS rules when it's a joke. You can't actually ever learn all of them. It's like one of those, online internet code cipher things. Once you actually figure it out, something changes. There isn't a single person on the planet that knows all of the rules. It's just a game. Always remember whose fault it is that we have to wait for FM25. My tweet from, 2 years ago, Football Manager's graphics are terrible and I'm tired of pretending they're not. Every day I wake up screaming. There are two types of network game players. Loses Game creates full video explaining where it went wrong and how to fix it. Loses Game changes entire philosophy, puts entire squad up for sale, buys as many Barcelona legends as possible, and hires Tom FM to fix it. Look, both are good ways of coping with the pain. As long as you can cope with the pain, because let's be honest, we all want to be the second one. When did Zealand sign for Brentford? Oh, all right. That just has nothing to do with Football Manager. I don't know what that's doing here. I messaged a real player of the club I'm managing. He actually responded. So this is Dominic Johns. Hey there, I'm playing the game Football Manager and just wanted to let you know that you're a certified HKFC legend, mate. In game, it's now 2032. You've never left the club and in fact have been my captain for 5 years. He responds to the laughing emojis. He goes, what's my ratings look like? Dutifully, excellent response, attributes, career history. Bear in mind, this is after the 2032 season. You also were part of the team of the season for 8 years in a row. You won 7 Player of the Month awards in that time and were named 27 Supporter Player of the Year, runner-up for the HK Player of the Year in 2028. This fella puts up some decent numbers each season. That's nice. I know, right? He gets injured frequently enough, too. The guy responds again. Unfortunately, I won't be playing the 25 season, but remember those 26 season stats because that's what I'll be pulling out when I return. And then he responds to the injury part and says that's scarily accurate. Oh, no. Talking about the season stats, you better, mate. Players came and left, yet you and Con are still around, probably making you both some sort of scouts or youth coaches when you retire. Dude responds, club legends. Apparently, unfortunately, Con had already dipped in real life. But that's like a good, full, wholesome conversation. That's awesome. But now we're down to the top 2 voted FM/Zealand's forehead memes of the entire year. Number 2 is this irony? FM players. It's completely unrealistic that players get super upset just because promises are broken. SI. Yeah, we agree, totally. Hey, by the way, we're cutting a bunch of promised features and delaying the previously promised release date. If only they knew when they made this post just how bad it could be. Because I think this came out before it was delayed until March. But I think most of all, we just have to appreciate that this is an incredibly well-constructed meme. But it's time for the number 1 FM meme of the year. These ads are getting very targeted. Thank you all for a great year. We have such a fantastic community that I love interacting with every day when I get on Twitch and YouTube, on Reddit. And this subreddit has really popped off this year, and it's been super fun. Not even just the memes, but questions and guides and discussions. It's been very, very, very fun to keep up with. Thank you, guys, and I hope everybody that's watching this has a fantastic 2025. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'll see y'all on stream, and I'll see you in the Meme of the Year video next year. Bye, guys.